Ever gone to watch a NASCAR race and witnessed a real-life crash? We can't say you haven't because the element of risk has always been a big part of NASCAR's charm. NASCAR fans recognize the horrifying dangers of a sport where drivers regularly race door to door. Many drivers have died, and some had near-death experiences that left deep marks on their souls. Crashes are so famous in NASCAR races that fans cheer for wrecks, and some racegoers are disappointed if they attend a clean race. Without further wait, let's see some of the scariest NASCAR crashes in history. Firstly, let's watch the infamous 1960 Daytona 500 crash. It wasn't the Daytona 500, but a modified sports car race in 1960. The race started with 73 cars, which really is remarkable in today's racing. The majority of the cars did not complete the first lap due to a pileup in turn 3. The vehicles crashed on the track. They didn't slow down even though a NASCAR record 37 cars were involved in the crash. In this day and age, you'd think at least 1 or 2 drivers were injured. Nope. Everyone involved in the accident was unharmed. Given the severity of the crash, this is miraculous. Perhaps they had some great luck on their side, but that's never bad. There has never been a bigger crash in NASCAR. One of the most horrifying crashes in the history of NASCAR was the 2000 Daytona 250. Daytona had never hosted a truck series race before. Jeff Bodine surviving being thrown into the fence, 2 fireballs, and numerous hits at one of NASCAR's fastest tracks is excellent. Many observers doubted that Bodine had been killed. The truck disintegrated as it flipped down the front stretch. Bodine was hit by 2 trucks before coming to a stop. Everyone on the scene was terrified as the truck came to rest on its roof. Fans didn't find out about the thrilling news for another 15 to 20 minutes. Bodine was awake and engaged in conversation with medical personnel. Bodine survived the crash, but he was not unharmed. He had a broken jaw, a wrist injury, and a shoulder injury, and a concussion. That season, he missed 10 races, but returned less than 3 months later. It's a true miracle that Bodine survived the crash. Another crash happened when Edwards was drafted alongside Brad Keselowski and was pushed by the leaders as they approached the white flag. As the checkered flags in the tri-oval came, Keselowski faked going high and down low to pass Edwards. Edwards attempted to block, but Keselowski turned him. It's important to note that you can't pass if you go below the double yellow line. If Keselowski had been forced down there, NASCAR would have disqualified him. Edwards' car spun and flew through the air. It then collided with Ryan Newman's hood, flipping it upside down and sending it into the catch fence. He didn't get hurt and ran across the finish line. A few fans were injured, but none was seriously hurt. Edwards retired as one of the greatest drivers who never won a championship. The majority of the field at Daytona runs closely together. That means that one wrong step can dismantle 20 cars. This is exactly what happened at the Daytona Summer 2015 race. As the race approached finish line, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in the lead. Denny Hamlin was in the second row on the bottom when Kevin Harvick collided with him, sending him spinning in front of the pack. When Hamlin re-entered the pack, he collided with Austin Dillon's car, sending it flying. The car drove parallel to the wall, with the bottom of the car crashing into the fence. It was fantastic to see Dillon walk away from the accident unscathed. It was frightening to watch on TV. The winner of the race, Earnhardt Jr., sounded frightened on the radio after spotting the accident in his rearview mirror. This is a prime example of how far safety in sports has progressed. Last but not least, we have the Ryan Newman NASCAR crash. With all of the safety precautions, there aren't that many horrific collisions in this era. The one exception is Ryan Newman's crash in the 2020 Daytona 500. On the final lap of the Daytona 500, Newman held the lead. He stalled Ryan Blaney's run to the finish line. Blaney, however, caught him in the right rear, sending Newman into the outside wall head-on. The collision turned Newman's car upside down. The worst of the crash happened just moments later. Corey LaJoie arrived and slammed into Newman's car drive side at speeds of over 180 miles per hour. The Newman car came to rest close to the end of the pit road after sliding down the front stretch on its roof. It took almost 20 minutes to get Newman out of the car. He lost consciousness but survived without serious injuries. He was out of commission for 3 months due to a bruised brain. Given the severity of the accident, his ability to return to racing was miraculous. Do you think NASCAR does these crashes on purpose to gain popularity? Comment down below on your thoughts. And make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.